laughs, it looks like a fish. the audio pattern. So anyways, I'll have to come back and show him in a little while. Maybe I can put a picture up for you guys to see that and know what I'm talking about. But sorry for the levity. It strikes me funny every time you laugh because it looks like a fish, and it looks like we're looking at a fish radar, and then there's a fish that actually pops up.
I don't know, man. I can't. And we've ended up leaning right on most of this stuff, and all we've ever done is use common sense. Like, that's all that we've ever done.
Yeah, you know what the first common sense that we do? We research. We look it over. We go find facts.
Yeah, I don't just pick up something that I read off the internet and go, okay, that's where I stand on that. That's my starting point. And then I start reading. And I don't read just one thing. I read a dozen things. And then I start to form an opinion.
Yeah, but if you don't listen to my opinion, then you're just dumb.
You're a racist.
You're racist.
I mean, it's so ridiculous, man. But I'm sorry. I mean, just after the time I spend researching things, I end up falling right on the majority of things I research.
Yeah, well, because there's no other way to fall. For me, it's do I fall on the left side of the stupidity line or the right side of the stupidity?
Well, here's what I can't figure out is I know some people that are left that are very, like, besides those views, besides political views, are very intelligent people. I know some people that are very left that are very good at running businesses. I can't understand how you can use that kind of intelligence but end up with these opinions that, to me, seem like you're not using any common sense when you're talking. Like, I don't understand where that disconnect is.
I'd like to find out for everybody who's out there who's jumped on the hate Trump bandwagon, how many of y'all feel that communism is the way to go? Because if the equal amount of Trump haters, or if the Trump haters are equal to the amount of people who view communism as a good thing, y'all are not getting this information for your own. You're following somebody else's lead.
I feel like there's so much hate for Trump. I feel like we're at a point in this country right now, there's so much fucking hate for him that when he does things like say during the State of the Union that America will never be a socialist country, I think that the level of hate for him is so high that people are like, oh, well, fuck him. Now I believe in socialism, And they don't even really know what the fuck they're saying.
No, but most of the people don't know what the fuck they're saying, but because their friend doesn't like Trump, or this person doesn't like Trump, or because that stupid, silly hat looks gay, or whatever you want to call it, or it's a form of racism, or whatever. Not everybody thought that. One person thought that, put it out there, then everybody jumped on that fucking bandwagon.
Thank you, Alyssa Milano.
A bunch of fucking sheep.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it boils down to.
Think for yourselves, people. We, despite what comes across here most of the time, and I'm not even going to speak for Shiner on this, I'm going to speak for myself. I do have some left-sided views. I think a woman has a right to choose. I feel that certain forms of helping people out is not a bad thing as long as it's not communism. I give them a hand up, but not a hand out. If you want to keep having babies, you quit fucking. I'm not going to pay you to fuck. You know what I mean? So why is it?
I'd like that job.
Yeah. Why is it that I get attacked so much, even if I have some views that are on the other side of the fence? I don't have Republicans attacking me for it.
That's
one.
Weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's weird.
But I have Democrats that attack me because I see that other side, and I get called a racist because I play the other side of the fence.
Well, that whole racist term, what's going to happen is that term's going to lose, and it is losing its meaning. I mean, they're just diluting it to the point that it doesn't even mean what it used to. Like, let's just dilute this down, and now a racist is just anybody that disagrees with me. Come on.
Well, yeah, I mean, 50 years ago, gay used to be happy.
Yeah. Well, and it's just like there's this common movement that let's not use common sense. Let's just force my opinion down your throat. And if you don't want to agree with that opinion, then fuck you. You're a racist piece of shit. And what? Like, we still have the freedom to develop our own opinions in this country. Like, and if you don't like that, fuck you. That's the way it is.
Dude, this bleeds right over into the walls. I mean, you got a place in Arizona, a town in Arizona, who wants to take down all the razor wire by the 20-foot wall.
Why?
That's exactly what I'm asking. I mean, it's already fucking there.
So let's go and take it down?
Yeah, and my first thing will be, okay, Mr. Mayor, okay, you want to take this down? Let's put a door here. We'll put a sign outside saying, you're the mayor, this is where you live, this is where you work. And for anybody who crosses this line, come see you first, because you got plenty of food, you got money that you're willing to help them out with, you got food you're willing to help them out with, and you can give them shelter. Oh no, you're not going to do that?
Why? Why wouldn't you do that?
Do you ever think about that when you press the fucking button to the gate that opens up before you drive to your house?
Yeah. I don't understand. So we got razor wire on top of a fence, but let's just take that down because...
Let me tell you something. Razor wire works.
Oh, yeah. Real well.
Ask anybody who's sticking around at the fucking Alcatraz of the Rockies.
Florence, Colorado, the Supermax.
Yeah, El Chapo is on his way there.
Oh, he's their newest tenant, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Oh,
Joaquin
man, they
Guzman.
got some bad mofos in Florence, man.
Yeah, they do. I mean, a list of a hodge. I mean, Jesus,
the who's who.
Yeah, you could do a good game show with all these motherfuckers.
Well, that's where they had Gotti too. Gotti was there at one time. I think he died there.
Yeah, that I don't know.
I think Gotti died at Florence. I do know he spent time there.
But if you like people who hang around bombs, such as
that's
that Sarnoff kid who helped his brother bomb the marathon there in Boston. Of course, you got Ted Kaczynski.
The Unabomber.
Mm-hmm. Terry Nichols.
Oklahoma City.
Yeah. That motherfucker, bad taste in my mouth.
McVeigh was housed there. McVeigh was housed at Florence.
Yep. Yeah, he was. Well, anyways, so now he's going to be there, and he'll never see daylight or a road leading to somewhere.
Well, I know the Supermax is a federal facility. They don't fuck around in Colorado with prisons, though. The state has a facility in the Colorado State Penitentiary, and they've got a special housing unit there. Inmates that act up get sent there not for months, for fucking years. And it's below the surface of the ground. They have zero human contact in that facility. Their mail comes to them on a touchscreen monitor in their cell. I don't know if it's touchscreen, but I do know they read their mail on a video monitor. The shower is on this contraption that moves in front of their cell doors. They step out into the shower once out of however many days and then back into their cell. Of course, they're fed through a beanhole. But the Department of Justice went in there a few years ago and said not only was the state of Colorado housing mentally ill inmates in there, they were creating mentally ill in there. They put people in there for fucking years, man. And I'll tell you right now, that's right there. That's cruel and unusual punishment. That's just fucking brutal, man.
Oh, it is. But think about it. You got to have a spot where the baddest of the bad go. You got to, because I mean, let's say you're in a prison in Florida. Okay. You kind of become kind of the prominent gang leader in the Florida prison there.
Right. Okay.
You kind of become the hot shot, the shot caller, whatever you want to call it. And all of a sudden something goes bad. Well, they're going to try to break up this organization, which obviously means we got to get rid of the leader. Well, where does that gang leader go to prison at? Where do they move him to? Especially if it's a real bad shit. Well, they move him to this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And
I get it. I mean, it's definitely a necessary evil. I mean, for sure. I just don't know if housing them like that. I don't know, man. You do the crime, you got to do the time.
Yeah, but I'm kind of with you on this. If you put me in a single room for the rest of my life and I never saw daylight, didn't know what time it was, never saw TV, nothing. Yeah, I'd probably go out of my freaking mind after a while.
I'm so extroverted, just no human contact. I mean, just not being able to bullshit with people and like have face-to-face interaction. That would make me lose my fucking marbles, dude. Like I would shrivel up to I'd be in a fucking fetal position 24/7.
Yeah, oh, I did Eric
Recite-
Rudolph, that Olympic Park bomber. I forgot about him.
Oh, he's at Florence in the Supermax.
Yeah, he was targeting the women's clinics and gay nightclubs.
I used to live not too far from there, and you drive down through that area. That Supermax is in the high desert of Colorado, and I mean, you said earlier it was the Alcatraz of the Rockies, and that's a great way to put it, man. It is there. It's probably 5 miles outside of, maybe that, not even that far outside of the town of Florence. They can't see Florence from there because they can't see shit. But yeah, man, it is. And Florence is a pretty little town in Colorado. Actually, Florence has one of the nicest nude hot springs in Colorado, and nobody knows about it. So if you're ever traveling Colorado and you want to close off and get in a really nice hot springs, look up. God, I can't remember the name of that place, but it's outside of Florence, Colorado. You'll thank me for it. It's a nice place.
The reason I dove into that is to say this: walls work.
Florence, the Supermax in Florence is a prime example of how well walls work. We should get Donnie to look into that for the next podcast. See if anybody's ever escaped from there, because I'm willing to bet.
Yeah, and Donnie's going apeshit right now. Look at your screen. He's like, I have no more topic.
That's what happens when you show up late, Donnie.
Yeah, appreciate that, buddy. Well, fuck it. We can always jump down the rabbit hole we call food. We would go on to food, but I'd be remiss if I did not talk about our sponsor, Spunk Lube.
Here.
Thank them again for being on board the podcast. We absolutely love the Spunk Lube quite often, and it's amazing. You don't have to use a lot, and when it comes
a little dabble, do you?
Yeah, it's like Brill Cream, only way better. I've never used Brill Cream during sex, but I'm sure it's quite oily. But this is not oily at all. Leaves no residue on your fingers. It rehydrates with water. So again, I've got my little spray bottle trick.
Life hack.
But yeah, it's a definite life hack. And it looks like Johnny Simo, won the Spunk Lube and the T-shirt by getting us a picture of Hot Pockets and a sexy pose. I never meant for a guy to do that, but it was very, very, very well played. We'll have to get a picture of Party Foul Johnny in his Spunk Lube T-shirt at some point in the future. But anyways, thank you, Spunk Lube, for the sponsorship. You guys can get a hold of us on all sorts of media outlets. We are the Tiddy and Shiner Show on Facebook. Same with YouTube. Tiddy and Shiner Show at gmail.com is the email address. T&S Show. Wow, I just got a Facebook notification. T&S Show. At T&S Show is our Twitter. And Tiddy _and_ Shiner is, of course, our Instagram. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Google Play, Amazon devices, Spotify, Spreaker. I'm sure I'm leaving somebody else out too, but my apologies if I did. Yeah, we're out there. You can even Google search us and get right to us. So that's not a problem. So, food.
Let's talk about some food, homie.
Dig me some food, man. I'm on the diet.
Man, I'm going to give you a public apology about the diet too, because what was it? Friday night, I got my hand fried cake ice cream, Bluebell, and my dumbass decided to send you a picture of that. So that wasn't really me doing anything beneficial for your diet endeavor.
Dude, it's okay. It really is. I mean, it's like smoking around a non-smoker or smoking around somebody who used to smoke. It's just, it's okay.
I hit send and was like, damn it, that was stupid.
Yeah, because I looked at it and I was like, I guess I could do a bite of that, but I can't really chew it. I just have to do a small bite and let it melt in my mouth and just spit it out. And there's the fish again.
Yeah, what kind of fun is that? I mean, although I will tell you, that half gallon had a lifespan of just about exactly 24 hours in my house. I killed it.
I bet you did. Nailed it to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I tell you what, something I've come across here lately, especially with the diet, that I dig is our are vegetables that you can buy frozen.
Mm-hmm.